All right, team, what's going on? I'm Tim Jenkins. Welcome to All Things QB, where I watch every single clip and break down the most important ones. Today, we've got Caleb Williams, Week 17, Sunday Night Football, a heartbreaking loss for this Bears team. But before we jump into the film, let's FTA this thing, which means comment for the algorithm. Make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I always say you can wait till the end of this video, and hopefully I will earn that subscription. And really quick before we dive into it, you guys know I'm right there with you. I bet all of my YouTube earnings every single week on the teams I'm covering. Moneyline Bears did not work out for me. Didn't work out for me. Heartbreaking for me like it was for you. But we just launched memberships. I need you to jump over there. I need you to grab a membership for the Bears extended cut breakdown that's dropping tomorrow. Please help me recover. Help me feed these 4 kids because the money line didn't do it this week. So guys, I hope you guys enjoy this breakdown. Without further ado, let's jump into the film. All right, team. We are jumping into this thing. Tough one to swallow. Big loss, but honestly, a lot to learn from on the tape. And a lot of just, I don't want to say missed opportunities, but a lot of stuff that could get cleaned up. Simultaneously, a ton of explosive, great plays that we got to highlight as well. So this one, early on in the game, 3rd down, we got a little run action going on, trying to generate a shot play. Not there. Caleb gets out of the pocket, scrambles around. This one we have marked as a bad-ish, like kind of bad, right? Not a full bad, but a kind of bad. I think it's important that we talk through, hey, what are we trying to accomplish with this play? So we've got run action, okay? We've got run action, and basically all we have is what we would have called like a Y cross. So the reason we're saying run action is because you have this guy working across, right? So you have this, we've got action. What we've got is we've got this over runner paired with the in, right? So you've got the action and then your back going out this way. So you're really just working this thing 1 to 2 to 3, okay? Caleb does a good job of working through this progression. If you watch it right here, boom, his eyes go here. All right, not there. Okay, then his eyes, he feels like, okay, hey, I'm not going to have this dig because he feels like 48's getting underneath it. And then he goes to get out to his back, right? Well, biscuits, we've got 2 guys on our back. So that's when he decides, okay, hey, I'm going to hold on to the football. I'm going to get in a scramble drill. The only thing, and the reason this is a bad-ish is because, like, if he just gets his eyes to the perimeter earlier, like, he can stick this thing on him right now. Instead, his eyes are back in here, right? He's trying to see if there's anyone that he can cut it to. And then he's late. You know, would you love to see our receiver? I'd love to see our receiver work a little bit harder downhill, right? To create a little bit more separation so he can make a play. Instead, it falls incomplete. So that's why we got it as a bad-ish, is because do I really think that's a bad on Caleb Williams? No, I don't. Right? Like, that's not a full-blown, oh, hey, terrible ball, right? Or terrible decision. Do I wish he would have got his eyes out there a little bit earlier? Of course I do. Right? You guys know that. We all do. Yeah, that's tough. Tough. This one, I've got another bad. Okay, we just got a tough decision here. Tough decision, kind of forcing it into this float route, and our guy's going to end up paying the price. You know, I get the design of it. I get the intention of the play, what we're trying to get done here. Everything about it. I'm a fan also of us trying to generate these plays, right? Trying to generate shot plays off of the motion, off of the action. Okay, sorry about that. But we are trying to generate shot plays off of motion. I'm going to tell you guys right now that obviously it stinks that the Bears, I'm bummed they lost, but it's an absolute nightmare when you got to film videos and you have 4 kids on break. And you film from home. That's nightmare fuel. So might be a lot of like random breaks where you're like, oh, that feels like it was cut. Well, yeah, it was. I love what we're trying to set up here. We're trying to set up that same float action that we've done before where it looks like we make it look like boot. Okay, we make it look like we're running boot. Instead, we pull up in the pocket. This is going to look like an over route, and it's going to be a float route. And then this guy out here is on the big runoff. Golly, that's terrible. The runoff post, though. So I love what we're trying to do, trying to fit this float route in. So if you look, boom, we're on this half roll protection where it's like he's starting to sell up. He's starting to sell boot, and then he pulls up in the pocket, right? And then you see we sell the over route, and then we get back out of it. Sell the over route, get back out of it. So it's like you can see, man, I see the window that he's trying to fit it in, but to me, this is just, we're getting too greedy on a 1st and 10 call, right? Get to our check down, get to our check down. You pick. You pick either of those two. Don't hang your guy out to dry. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one. I get that, hey, we're trying to hunt with the football. We're trying to be aggressive. We've got aggressive play calls coming into our helmet. We're trying to match it by hunting with the ball. Oh, that one's just going to be tough. That one's going to be tough. Now we got some good, baby. Now we're getting a little bit of good on here. Okay? Deep ball TD. I love this one. This one is insane design. Tremendous execution. I love everything about it. This is just awesome. All right, team. The Bears are one of the better teams at using personnel in the NFL, and I want to talk through it right here. We're in 12 personnel, actually, okay? We've got our 1 back. We've got our 2 tight ends. We've got our nub tight end here, and then we've got our other tight end lined up as Z because we're in Troy left shotgun. Okay, we've got our X right here and our F inside. Okay, we're in Troy left shotgun, Z short. So we're going to bring this tight end in to more of a bunch. What we're doing is we're using Loveland. He's going to be 10 yards over the ball. We've got DJ who's on the dig route. And then we've got Luther who's taking the roof off with a post. And I want you guys to watch. The key defender on this play is this safety. I want you to watch how with all this traffic in front of him, he gets a little bit flat-footed, which gives Luther just enough time to run by him. So watch. He's trying to process all this out. He goes to flatten off right there to jump DJ Moore. Next thing you know, Luther Burden runs right by him. Caleb Williams hunting with the football, is able to attack with it, drive it down the field. Huge touchdown for the Bears, okay? And it's all because of the way we use our personnel, motion, and formation that you're able to get this. Look at that ball. You guys, from the tight, I need you to appreciate this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Navigate in the pocket. Just a long handoff, man. How awesome is this? Gosh, love that. Love it, love it, love it. That is just awesome. That one is flat out awesome. Bang. Yep. Big time stuff. Now we have probably my favorite rep of the day. We've got a free play touchdown, and I love it because we're using multiple cadence to our advantage. Let's not forget that we're on the road while we're doing this. And then Caleb scrambles out of the pocket and throws a 45-yard missile flat on a line. How great is that? Look at this. Boom. Get the jump. All right, recognize we got a free play. I'm going to hold the football, create something, dart. You will not see a flatter throw go 45 yards, I think, this season. Or however many air yards it went. 48, 45, whatever. It's so good, man. Look at this personnel group, by the way. Tight end, extra O-lineman, and then just DJ Moore, right? We're getting so dang heavy. We got 6 linemen on the field and 2 tight ends. Gosh, I love the free play. Thing was a missile. We got to look at it from the tight one more time. Just flat out dime. And I mean, flat as can be. This thing has some serious pace on it. This is what you're used to seeing like a slant thrown with. You're used to seeing a slant be this flat. Instead, that's a... Instead, this is a 45-yard rope. That was a huge play. This, to me, was a huge play. Oh, man. This is one we can't miss. This is one of those can't miss. Getting a scramble. Oh, Caleb. The thing that's hard about some of these plays where it's like we mark it as a bad is because what's tough about it in my book is that you have, you know, Caleb Williams is one of those guys who can extend the play. So it's like, man, you're extending the play, giving us an opportunity only you can make, right? Only you can really extend it consistently. Not only you, but there are a select few guys that can. And then it's like, but we're giving you a bad because you missed it. But we have to, right? You got to grade him tough. Play-wise, they're trying to set up this. We got this motion here. We got the deep hank. And then they're basically running, you know, Y cross with it. This guy's on a takeoff. You know, how would you read this if it was me? I'm probably still thinking 1-2. This is probably my check, even though it's a deep hank. Because you're trying to get this, right? You're trying to get this safety to be greedy and then slide DJ across. And they almost get it. Just DJ gets rerouted here, which affects his speed across the formation. But it's like then Caleb buys time and, oh, that's just a miss. Man. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Look at it from the tight. Bailing out. Good. Create. Oh, no. This was a huge third down conversion here. This was a big third down conversion. Sometimes there were some big moments in this game where it kind of felt like, oh man, the game's on the line right here. Because we couldn't stop San Francisco. And it was one of those where there were a lot of times for our offense where I'm like, man, this is a huge play, right? Hey, this is a huge moment. Can we meet the moment? Can we rise to the moment? And it did. It felt like, honestly, consistently, we rose to the occasion, right? We got it done. That to me was really one of the more positive things about this game, where it was like, man, it felt like we consistently elevated ourselves to the occasion. That was awesome to see. That was really awesome to see. Here we've got just a 2-man concept backside, right? We've got this 2-man concept backside. We catch them in cover 2. It's perfect. Okay, it's perfect. We catch them in cover 2. We've got kind of a bench route here, this bench route corner with a flat from our back. You're really reading this corner because we feel like we can beat the safety with the corner route. We feel like we should be able to win here, right? So it's like we kind of eliminate him. You know, this guy could come flying over and make a great play, but we feel like we can hold him enough, and our receiver has to beat this safety. This corner is really who we're high-lowing. If the corner gets depth, right, gets underneath the corner, we feel like, bang, we can hit this flat route. If the corner stays up with this flat route, we feel like we should have a great window right in here to bang this corner route, this bench route. Okay, so that's really the two-man game we're working. You can see corner gets hands on, boom, then reacts to the flat route, takes the flat route, which means we've got a wide open corner route or bench route. Caleb does a great job playing on time. And you guys can see, look at the width this safety's getting because it's Tampa, right? They have this guy running the middle, so he's able to get more width. Look at the width these safeties are playing with, and we're still able to fit this corner route in. That is great, man, and a great job flattening, too, from the receiver. Nice smooth throw from Caleb. Really well executed, really big third down conversion. Look at his feet. Let's watch his feet here. 1, 2, 3, hitch ball. Yeah. It's just great, man. Perfect design. Great call. Great situational call. Hey, we feel like they're going to come out in 2. We catch them in the exact defense we want. Caleb knows exactly where to go with his eyes. Yep, that's well executed third down football, baby. Here we got a great little boot slide. I love this. We got a great little boot. We got Luther coming across on the shallow. Easy money. Well executed. Dang near scores. This is just awesome. I love how much we run the football. And because of that, it sets up easy money in the run action, play action, but especially the boot game. The boot game is so darn effective, too, when you have a mobile quarterback who can get out of the pocket and make it look easy. Okay, so we're motioning across the formation. We're just making this thing look like we're running this way. Boom, 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 boom. Nope, not there. Sorry. Coming across the formation, reverse out on our boot, okay? We got Luther, he's on the shallow. We got Loveland on the over. DJ's going to be on some sort of either corner or bench or whatever. He's going to be our deep control guy. Reverse out, boom, snap your eyes around. Right there, you got him, right? Right there, he knows he's got him, gives him a nice catchable football. Luther just keeps running away. Huge gain. Huge gain, well executed, everything you want. I want you guys to watch this from the tight. Look at this ball extension. You see that reverse out, good ball extension? That's what's going to get these guys to flow with it. Is this reach out, good ball extension. Give me a slow-mo here. Because I want you guys to see the ball handling. Reverse out, boom, right there. Great extension. Now you go. Perfect. High-level quarterback play. That's what you want to see from quarterbacks, man. You want to see great ball extension in the run action, play action game. It's critical that we get good ball extension in that. Really well done by Caleb. Really well done by Luther. All right, team. It is halftime. We're 7 clips into this thing. We've got 7 more clips to go. But on the extended cut Bears breakdown dropping tomorrow, I've got 2 great run plays, 2 big touchdowns in the run game. I've got a great 4th down conversion that I love. And then I've also got a great drive starter that generates a chunk play that I want to talk through. So guys, jump over there, get the FTA membership or the Film Junkie membership, and you will have access to all the extended cut breakdowns. Plus, you've got priority responses to your comments, and you can help me recover from this devastating money line loss. So guys, you guys know the deal. Let's jump back into the film. This one is great. We've got a Luther dime here. It's just flat out awesome. This is incredible. 3rd down conversion. Again, another clutch moment where we just keep talking about it, where it just felt like, man, hey, Bears back against the wall, right? Back against the wall right here. What are they going to do? Oh, they're going to convert. They're going to make a play. Consistently showed up like that. This is what playoff football is going to be. This is a preview of playoff football. I think we are going to have a hard time stopping it. I think we are going to have a hard time on defense. I do. But, man, I think this offense can come alive and make some plays happen. Okay? What they're trying to accomplish here is they're trying to make a They're trying to probably just hit DJ on this little Oklahoma route right here, right? They got the short motion in to the corner route. They're going to have Komet or Loveland. I can't tell who that is on it as well. Gosh, look at Luther create separation at the top. Look at this stick step at the top of his route. I want you guys to watch this. Boom. That stick, roll out of it. Great job by Caleb finding him. Huge conversion. Looking at it from the tight. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Man, we just give up pressure so quick there. We just overset, right? I don't know much about O-line, but I know that we overset this. Can't allow that right there. Boom, we just overset it. I get it, man. We're out there trying to compete, trying to get to our double team. They've got a twist called. They're going to run right by us. Caleb just does a great job of helping his guys out up front. Making those guys right up front because we're creating out of the pocket. Great catch. I just can't believe some of these throws, man. Running full speed to the left. Just ripping. It's crazy, man. Absolutely awesome. This is a flat out handoff on Flutie House. We've got a little sail plus. Again, just diabolical, man. And this is a long handoff. This is, from the tight, you're going to see also how impressive this is. Man, it is awesome. You know, team, this is just, let's start right here. This is just diabolical from Ben Johnson. First and foremost, what personnel are we in? We're in 13 personnel. We've got one back. And then shoot, man, we've got 3 tight ends. We've got our F, he's a tight end. Our Y, he's a tight end. Our Z, he's a tight end. Our only receiver on the field is right here, our X. Okay? We're going to get to what we would have called Flutie House. So we're going to motion our Z across the formation. Okay? Our X, he's going to be on a stick at 8 post, right? He's just running by. What we're making it look like is Flutie with just this out. Instead, we're going to run Flutie House, and we're going to run this, but we're going to turn it up vertical. Okay, and I want you guys to watch Caleb. Boom, we motion across. Okay, now we're making you communicate across the formation. Who's got who? Okay, safety's going to drop down. Safety's got Loveland. We've got action. Look at how the action. So this safety is supposed to be responsible for Colson Loveland. I want you guys to watch how this action right here influences this safety. Okay, boom, safety comes up. Now he's trying to go make a play. Now he's got to go try to retreat. He doesn't even get underneath it. It's the backer chasing. And then look at this. Just a long handoff. Man. How awesome is that? How freaking awesome is that, team? Just diabolical from Ben Johnson. And then Caleb Williams coming alive and ripping that thing. Man. Looking at it from the tight, I just think the throw on the tight is flat out incredible. 3, 4, 2, 2, 2. Bang. Just a long handoff on the tight. Golly, man, that is awesome. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This one is a tough one here. This one is one that we end up forcing into Komet. Sorry, I need to let this thing roll for you guys. But it's just a tweener where, to me, this is a levels concept. I think you got to take your under. I don't even think there's really a debate. Now, if he's thinking he's going to stay more vertical, maybe. It's one of those where this feels like, my initial thought was, hey, it's levels, right? Then I watch it more and I think, you know what? This might be one of those slight benders paired with the under. Either way, I just feel like this backer's getting too much depth. Never mind, sorry. I just meant, you get that backer out of there and you think, man, we can replace him. But now it's like, seeing this, it makes more sense. Caleb feels like, man, this backer's getting some width. And he's thinking, can I fit this in right here? I get what he's thinking. He's thinking, can I fit that thing in there before the safety? The safety's too flat-footed, right? It's especially hard pill to swallow when you see if we put this on him, right? He's going to get vertical. He's got a chance to go get that first down. I just don't see it. I feel like this is one of those where it's actually putting the ball in harm's way more than it needs to. That's a tough one. It's one of those where I'd be really interested to know how they're coaching it up in building in terms of what's the conversation they're having today. Because we're watching this at the same time, right? We're all watching this together. Caleb and Ben are watching this together today, too. This is how fast we're getting these things out here. We're breaking down the film on their same schedule. I just feel like this is one we got to move on. I get the argument. Hey, backer gets that much width. Can we fit it in there? I do get the argument. I just feel like this is one we got to be smarter with the football. This one is just, dude. Luther Burden, we're getting Rome back. We're starting to get healthier, but dude, how are you going to take Burden off the field? Maybe we see a lot more 11 personnel, right? Shoot, man, how do you take Luther Burden off the field, though? This kid made so many plays yesterday. So many plays. And then you start thinking, oh, we're going to take him off the field. You can't draw it up any easier. We're going to motion across. We got the mandatory outside release takeoff for DJ. We've got the sail from Loveland. We got Luther underneath on the out. You're reading this thing bottom up, right? You're not even really looking at that to DJ, honestly. But you just play on time. You get in front of Luther, and then he catches this ball 5 yards short of the sticks, right? And then look at him go and get the first down. I want you guys to see something on the tight, because on the tight, what you're going to see is that you're going to see number 26. The guy's on skates. He misses him twice. He comes up with air twice on Luther Burden. Look at this. Boom, miss number 1. Boom, miss number 2. Geez Louise, man. That is yards after catch. That is what you want to see. Oh, man, this one is tough. A touchdown if we see it now. Oh, got the shallow running across. Nobody on him. This is just a busted coverage. Busted coverage. If we can get the ball out of our hand there a little bit quicker. And we've got it. We've got it. Here we've got the point on the corner. Short motion down, shallow, basic, post, right? Pistol. We would always call this pistol, this concept, because it's post, pistol, post in. Nobody on the drag. to me, it's hard because you always alerted this post, and then you would probably read this thing 1-2. Man. Oh, that one hurts. Because if he sees that, right, that's a touchdown. That's a walk off. You know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if it's a walk off or if San Francisco drives down there and scores to beat. If we're being honest, but puts them in a situation for a walk off. I can tell you that. It's tough, baby. Tough, tough, tough. This, I just love the design. We got the hook and ladder late. Just a great job by their corner playing it. I mean, I flat out love the design of it. Like, you know, this is just super creative down tight. I get what DeAndre's thinking, which is he's thinking there's no way he can't fight the leverage, right? That's what he's thinking, is he's going to have a hard time fighting the leverage. You got the under here. Swift's going to get out, pitch it, right? And I get what he thinks when he gets this football, because there's an argument to be made about, dude, try to get outside, make sure you get out of bounds. I think at this point, though, he's thinking, dude, I cannot beat this leverage outside, so I'm going to stick it vertical and see if I can score. Now, he gives it an effort, right? Takes freaking 3 guys to get him to the ground. You can kind of tell, too, that the idea is to get wide because you can see Komet's, like, he knows he's supposed to block him and he's trying to seal him, right? I'm willing to bet that they were anticipating that they would get a little bit more of a follow from this corner, right? But you got to love the design, the creativity, the willingness to call it when it matters. I'm not going to lie. When I saw the pitch, I thought, oh, they scored. I just, the way the TV shot was, I didn't see that corner out there, and I thought, oh, man, there's no way they were ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. And then the final play, guys. We've got it labeled WTF. I have no idea what we were trying to get done, if I'm being honest. It's one of those where I look at the tape and I have a really hard time figuring out is what we were trying to accomplish on this play. That's what makes me feel like, okay, obviously we were misaligned, we were busted, we were too frantic. They were not lined up correctly either. They busted. And it was one of those where it was just like their bust versus our bust, right? Like it looks like we're running, I don't know. We got everybody going here. Swift on the swing. Were we trying to get a cheap one to Swift? And number 6 ends up getting out there. Like, is he supposed to swing this thing out to Swift right now and we're just playing one-on-one? Because that's the one thing that I will say. Now 47 does a good job of redirecting, like potentially to bat this thing down. But I do think if Caleb goes to 4 right here, right now, and 4 catches this football, I think he has a chance to make this guy miss, right? Like, you got to imagine we got this much space in the National Football League against this guy coming inside out. Does he catch, beat him to the pylon? Does he cut? I do think we have a chance if Caleb does make that decision. At this point, though, he's thinking, okay, I got to hold on to the football and try to make a play, which I don't disagree with. And then it's just luck of the draw. Do we have, what's funny too, and I don't want to say funny, but it's like, I've seen Caleb where then he decides to stick his foot and go back all the way back over here. If he does that, does he all of a sudden find DJ, right? Like, I have no expectation that from here he finds DJ, right? His eyes are glued front side trying to see, is anybody going to get into my vision? Just a tough way to lose a football game. I am wondering what was the design that we were after? You know? What were we trying to get done? Oh, man, that's a tough one. That's a heartbreaker. It's a heartbreaker. What I will say is I thought Caleb made some incredible decisions, incredible throws on the tape. What I'm going to tell you right now, though, is that it's unfortunate they lost. But the way they played against a great San Francisco team, I think there is nothing but positive feelings coming out of this ball game. This proved that they are legit. They are here to compete in the playoffs. I think it was big time. You guys comment, let me know what you thought. Until next time, peace.